You think Washington knows how to handle dictators? Think again. Yesterday's Oval Office meet and greet wasn't diplomacy. It was a whisper campaign, a favor machine, and a public relations meltdown rolled into one. What happened when an powerful leader walked into the heart of American power will matter for sanctions, for Ukraine, and for the rule of law. I'll show you the jaw-dropping moments and explain why this isn't a foreign policy quirk, it's a failure.
Orbán's visit, he confirmed at a press conference for Hungarian media that his nation had, quote, been granted a complete exemption from sanctions. It makes me think that this president does not understand the way that sanctions are meant to work.
Correct. Europe and the United States came together around sanctions on Putin and Putin's Russia when they launched a brutal invasion of all of Ukraine. Not their initial invasion in 2014, but the full-scale invasion in 2022. Putin is funding his war machine in his aggression against Ukraine based on oil exports. And Hungary's authoritarian leader was in the Oval today asking our president for a special exemption. And for some encouragement and support in his re-election. Now, this is the leading person, the leading authoritarian in Europe, other than Putin, but member of EU, who is backsliding on democracy, who's oppressed or arrested journalists, who's knocked out some of the core underpinnings of a free and fair society. And President Trump is saying these things about him. I think it suggests both that he doesn't understand how sanctions work and that he doesn't understand how a democracy works.
That clip should make anyone uneasy. A foreign leader publicly claiming he received a sanctions carve-out, and U.S. officials answering with bluster instead of clarity. Sanctions are a coordinated tool. Loosen them unilaterally, and you undercut allies and empower a war machine. This isn't theater. It's strategy sabotage.
You know, I tell them all the time, I stick up for Viktor Orbán. Not a lot of people do because in many cases they're jealous. They wish they did what he did. They would have no problems if they did.
Watch what the praise does. It normalizes autocracy. When the U.S. president celebrates a leader known for eroding press freedom and democratic norms, it sends a message beyond rhetoric. It signals tolerance for autocratic consolidation. That moves the Overton window, and not in a good direction.
The TV all day saying that he doesn't want to talk about affordability. That's what he's working on every day, and that's what this administration is doing.
Right now. But you know why they refuse to cover it?
Can I
because they're fake news. That's why. Go ahead.
Can I get through someone?
Sure. Caroline, the Prime Minister would like you to work for him in Hungary.
Please consider.
You know what? That's a very good decision you just made. Please don't leave us, Caroline.
This is the optics that punctures any claim of seriousness. Asking a press secretary on camera if she'll work for him in Hungary is a grotesque moment of flattery that reads less like diplomacy and more like celebrity theater. At minimum, it's crass. At worst, it brands our diplomatic stage as transactional and unserious. Meanwhile, ordinary Americans are watching trade-offs happen in real time. Sanctions loosened, democratic allies alienated, global norms weakened. Put the pieces together. A leader asks for exemptions to punish a warmonger's revenue stream. The U.S. response is praise plus bizarre personal asks. Sanctions coordination phrase. The result? Europe's leverage falls, Putin's finances stabilize, and Ukraine pays the price. That's not hypothetical. It's a strategic outcome with human consequences. We need policy that prioritizes alliance cohesion and democratic principles, not transactional spectacle. A responsible administration would reaffirm coordinated sanctions and publish clear criteria for any exemptions, provide transparent briefings to Congress and partners, no secret deals, put democratic values at the center of foreign policy, not at the mercy of flattery or personal favors. If you want a foreign policy that defends allies and punishes aggression, not one that markets favors to foreign autocrats, push your representatives to demand accountability and transparency now. If you found this breakdown useful, follow the channel, ring the notification bell, and leave a comment. Do you want U.S. foreign policy driven by alliances and principle or by personality and favors? Your voice matters. Let it be heard.